Go live. Boom, we are live. Welcome, everybody. My name is Karyn Cain, and I am a spiritual, sober life coach. Welcome. It is Magical Monday, and today's topic is 5 things they didn't tell me when I got sober. Yeah, and there's probably way more than 5, but we're going to talk about, there are. We're going to talk about the 5 things that just came right to my mind when I was creating this list. So a little bit about me, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. I am a divorced mom to a teen. Well, he's not even a teenager. He's 18. He just graduated high school, and I wasn't always this way. I was a full-time drunk, but a semi-functional drunk. And this is not my first time rodeo either. However, I finally did get it. I got on that horse and I'm staying on it. And I am not a dry drunk either. And that's something that we can talk about on another video. If you don't know what that is, welcome. Hi, Boy Wonder. So 5 things. So the first one, so the topic, just to repeat this topic, and if you guys are new to the channel and you want to learn more about, this is what I talk about: spirituality, sobriety, holistic healing, which might include yoga, chakras, prayer, affirmative prayer, affirmations, and cold water therapy. Cold water therapy. Yep. Okay. So number 1 is what they didn't tell me when I first got sober. And so, yeah, what I was saying was this is actually the 3rd time that I've gotten sober. And the first 2 times it was like a free for all. I didn't know what I was doing. So that's why I'm doing this video. So what they didn't tell me is that my whole life will change. Your whole life will change as long as you're doing it for you and you're putting the work in. And you might be like, well, what's the work? Well, the second thing they didn't tell me is it literally is a personal development journey. It is a personal development journey. You might call it a spiritual journey. So you have that spiritual awakening and a spiritual journey. But if you're not into that, let's just say you embark on a personal development journey if you want to get sober and stay sober and not be a dry drunk, and you want to live a happy and healthy and free life. Okay. So number 3. So number 2 was you're on a personal development journey. Literally, you have to be, in my opinion. So I'm always going to say, in my opinion, humbly, I'm never going to tell anybody what they have to do or should do. I'm always going to just share my opinion, my experience, strength, and hope, because this is not my first time rodeo, and I can speak from experience and how many times I relapsed and failed and I didn't get it, and it got worse and worse and worse every single time that I got sober for a little bit and then relapsed. Worse and worse and worse. So number 3 is that you really need to make recovery your full-time job, your number 1 priority. It's not, in my opinion, it's not about doing all the things you were doing and then just removing alcohol. That's a really good recipe for relapse. Trust me, I've been there. So they didn't tell me that you really need to make your recovery your full-time job, your number 1 priority. And you're going to say, well, I can't because I have all this and that and the other thing and all these responsibilities. But if you're not well, then you could get fired. Something, you're not a good mom or dad if you're drunk. You're not. I mean, I'm just saying, you're probably not. You're doing the best you can, and you might be doing a pretty good job. Trust me, I was there. I speak from experience. Okay, so the number 4, people may leave your life. They were used to controlling you, and you got sober and you started to work on yourself, the personal development journey, the spiritual awakening journey, the spiritual journey, the making your sobriety your full-time number one priority job, people may leave your life because they were used to controlling you and used to having you be drunk all the time, and they took advantage of you, whatever it was. People may leave your life. So it's preparing for that, preparing for being willing to accept whatever happens, whatever life on life's terms is another quote. Living life on life's terms. People may leave. Number 5, this is the last one. Nothing outside of yourself is worth relapsing. Nothing outside of yourself is worth the relapse. This is huge, huge. No one ever told me this. So as a very codependent, drunk, addicted personality person my whole life, I was always living outside of myself, always trying to appease people, always thinking I needed to do it this way, or that was crazy. Your personality is too much, so you better tone it down. Or I'm not comfortable with who I am, so I'm going to put a mask on and I'm going to drink so that I can be outgoing and feel better about myself because I'm not comfortable with who I am. Because I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am. So if I don't know who I am and I'm not doing the work and I'm kind of giving my power to everybody, everything, everybody outside of myself, then how would I know who I am? So that brings us back again to that number 2. You are on a personal development journey. If you want to call it a spiritual journey, awesome. If you're not ready, that's okay. And I'll just finish this off with this little take on spirituality. So the way that I look at spirituality and God is energetically, and everything is energy, and that we're all connected. And there is this high energy, like your higher self, God, universe, source, infinite intelligence of love and peace and light and joy, happiness, all those high vibes. And so as we go through that spiritual awakening and that spiritual journey and the personal development, we can lift our vibration from that addictive, low vibe, depression, despair, like woe is me, put the blame on everything outside of yourself. That was a real big one for me. It's this, because this happened, I have no money. Because this happened, I lost my job. Because this happened, I'm crying my eyes out for no reason. Because this happened, blaming, it's the blame game when you are an addict, because you're really not ready to take responsibility for your life and, live on life's terms and feel emotions. So once you get sober and you're ready to go on that journey, to do the work, it's a really powerful, amazing journey. It is magical. It very much is magical. Thanks for the love on Facebook. And that's exactly why I keep a wand on my desk when I do client sessions, because you're so powerful and you really don't even need the wand because it's already inside of you. It's inside of you and it's waiting for you to do the work, to heal and to stop giving your power away for anything to anything outside of yourself, and really tapping into your inner core essence, the God within you, and learning who you are and what your unique gifts are, and learning to calm your mind, learning to deal with things that cause stress and anxiety, and having those tools that you can just pull out. Oh, I'm going to meditate. Ooh, I'm going to go in cold water. Oh, I'm going to do some yoga. Ooh, some exercise. Catch my drift. Okay. So it is worth, they say, it works if you work it. So that's not just going to meetings. It's not. It's not at all. I'm a AA saved my life. AA saved my life. However, in order for me to really lift my vibration, I had to do the work. I had to go in this full-time journey, and the spiritual aspect really, really brought me into, doing a full transformation. Honestly, I could literally, I almost was thinking about it. I was like, um, about recovery and transformations, because what I did was, and I'll just share this. And this was my third time getting sober, but I was committed to going all in on my recovery. And I wasn't doing it for anyone else. And I wasn't doing it because I thought I needed to be a better person or a better mom. I was doing it because I was so broken inside, and I was so lonely and sad. And I finally hit the bottom of the bottom of the bottom, that I, had to really go all in. And so for 1 month, I did. So my goal was to do 90 meetings in 90 days. I did 90 meetings in 90 days. But the additional thing that I don't think people know is I did 1 month of just sober, just getting sober. And then I signed up for a transformation program, which totally changed my life, which gave me like a healthy lifestyle. And I also became a certified transformation coach. So I lost like 35 pounds, and I learned a new way of life. And because of that new way of life, that was the additional add-on to the journey. Wasn't just going to meetings and doing that and the 12 steps and having a sponsor. I did all that, and I did 90 meetings in 90 days, and by the grace of God, that worked. But I also did a whole other lifestyle change and transformation with everything that was going on in my life. And so that empowered me to be okay with certain people in my life leaving, because they lost control. They lost control of what they had, and they weren't able to like take advantage like they were before. And that's God's way, universe's way of what doesn't serve you anymore will be gone. And everything's happening for our greatest and highest good at all times. And if you believe that and you have that faith, life becomes really magical. Just waking up and being grateful, and doing the best you can every single day. It really becomes just this journey of self-awareness, healing, growth, learning. And I told my son, he said something, we were talking earlier, and I said, he's like, how do you do it? And I said, I strive to do the best I can, a little bit better every single day. And so it's just one day at a time, and that's it. One day at a time. My shirt says be in the now. Where am I? Be in the now. Be in the now. So if you're in the now moment and you're upset, just ask yourself, in this very moment, is there anything wrong? And usually the answer is no. So I really appreciate you guys watching, for taking the time out of your night to watch this. If you're watching the replay, give me a shout out. If you enjoyed this content, you want to be tuned in for more, take a second right now as I take a nice inhale, click subscribe. Click the bell so you'll be notified when I go live or upload any new videos. And if you are on Instagram, click follow, and I look forward to meeting you and talking to you guys soon. Thank you for the love on Facebook. Namaste, peace, love, and believe in humans. Bye.